Playtime, everybody. Yes, it is. It's Rottweiler and Connie Corso and Puggle. Playtime. He's trying his best to be on top. She's saying stop, and little one is saying stop. And now they're stopped. Sort of. They're full of energy. Tons and tons of energy. Whoa. So I've noticed that, so if you've kind of been following the channel, we've been talking about dominance. And so it's looking like big boy here. Come here, Ken. Come here. I call him Connie Corso. Come here, Connie Corso. Come here, Rain. Come here, buddy. Rain. Rain. Come here. This is my Connie Corso. He's getting bigger, much bigger than he was before. So homegirl is starting to kind of yield to him, which is, I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, I've enjoyed having big girl be more alpha to him, but now he's starting to grow into his own, y'all. He's starting to kind of take his place. My thing with him is that I want him to, if he's going to be the leader, I need him to be a good leader. And I mean, my girl here, this Rottweiler, she is just an amazing dog. She's turned out to be such a great dog, y'all. She was a little bit difficult, not difficult, I shouldn't say difficult. She was really kind of like a take charge kind of dog at the beginning, and she still kind of has that want to take the lead on a lot of things. And he's been, like I said, he's been a pretty solid dog. Hey, what's going on, Paul Walker? How you doing? Chief 408D, beautiful dogs, brother. Hey man, I appreciate you. Yeah, so I was just saying that stop, Missy, stop sniffing her. My Rottweiler, you know, she's been real dominant through most of me owning her. She's been the dominant one. You know, she's like I said, a sweetheart. But now this big boy right here, though, he's filling out, y'all. Look at that guy. He's filling out nicely. So he wants to take that top spot. The dark copious cooler said flat top. What do you mean, man? Yeah, he's filling out nicely. So, but he wants to take the role now. We had him fixed a couple weeks now, so he's doesn't have as much testosterone running through the veins right now. But I still think he's trying to take that top spot. So the good news is, though, is it seems like my Rottweiler is yielding to her, which is a nice thing because you don't want Nacho Pilo, Connie Corso Rottweiler. Yes, I got them both. I got the Rottweiler and the Connie Corso. But you don't want them to be fighting for that top spot, you know what I'm saying, like all the time. So if you watch any of my videos, you'll see how that they are oftentimes it's play, but then they go into a little bit of a come here. They go into a little bit of a, you know, dominance thing where one jumps in the other's back, and you know, and there's little Missy. What's up, little Missy? This is my OG right here, my baby girl. Come here, little sweetie. Is that my little baby? Yeah, that's my little baby. Oh, Storm is like jealous. You see that? Just walked right in front of us. Yeah, but this is my little sweet baby right here. She's the oldest one, and he's the young one. But great dogs need a lot of training, a lot of love, a lot of attention. But I mean, just beautiful dogs. I mean, look at her structure, just great. Everybody is always complaining, your Rottweiler's got a small head. I know she don't have that classic Rottweiler head, but she got the markings. Come here, baby. Let me see your head. Let's show everybody your head. Here's my baby. She got some slobber from that Connie Corso on her. But she's a sweetheart, though. She's turned out to be a great dog. She's probably dropping down from that alpha position in the pack, but it's okay. You know, The main thing now is if she's not going to be alpha, that obviously she has to submit. Because if she doesn't submit, then it's going to be all out war. And so my baby, I think she's kind of saying, it's not worth it with this guy here, because he's filling out, y'all. I mean, he's going to be, I don't know, maybe 135, somewhere along there, probably when he tops out. But I mean, Rain, come here. Look at the size of this guy's head. Look at his head. The guy's got a big old head, y'all. Yeah, buddy. Appraised. How you doing? And I've seen you before. We're back, boys. Yeah, the boys are back. Yeah, we are. Boy, this boy, he's something else though, y'all. If you get a Connie Corso, just be on the lookout, because these guys will steal your heart and your pocketbook. Yes, it's been a while getting ready for the college. Okay, nice. Is this your first year of college or appraised, or is it? Are you just going back for the next semester? First year. Awesome. Well, congratulations. What's your study? Here's my baby. Here's my baby. Yes, it is. It's my sweetie pie. Y'all, and I'm trying to slim her down a little bit. You can see how she's okay, but you can see she's got a little bit extra, but I'm trying to slim her down a little bit. Your friend with the Connie Corso is still a year wait, and my study is computer science. Very cool. I love it. Well, good luck with that. But yeah, I'm trying to slim her down just a hair. A lot of it's just because I just want her to be more comfortable. You can see that she sits down a lot. Yeah, she's such a sweet, sweet dog. So the less weight that she has to carry, hopefully the better it is on her joints and stuff like that. And this young buck right here, he's barely hitting. He's not quite 2. He'll be 2 in November, so he's still a young buck, but he is filling out nicely, y'all. Filling out. Look at that boy. I mean, I wish you guys could put your hand around his chest. Like, it's just like, it's solid, man. That boy is solid. That is so cool. You're from the kind of Corso puppies who's getting the yes. Okay, praise. I'm with you now. You're talking about Ozzy the Connie Corso. Yeah, man. Have you been to her channel? She has got the new puppy. His name is Vito, and you're talking about a specimen of a dog. I mean, my dog is a brindle color, I love his color. It's like a tiger, right? Look at those eyes. Rain. Look at those eyes, y'all. Look at those eyes. But Vito is the new puppy, and I'm talking about, if y'all are new to the channel, just know that I have my coworker, also a friend. We both have Connie Corsos, and she has Rain's sister, and she also has a 150-pound black. Oh no, yeah, is he black? No, he's also brindle, 150-pound Connie Corso, and she just got a new puppy that she's gonna eventually breed with this guy's sister. Yeah, your sister's gonna get bred, boy. Look at the size of those paws, y'all. Boom. And so that her puppy is named Vito, comes from Serbia. And so once Vito is ready to do his job with Lucia, which is his sister, she will have a nice litter. And I think there's already people in line waiting for those puppies. And yeah, so we're still about a year out from maybe that happening. So I've been on it, haven't been there for a while. I've been busy, wanting to know how it's been going, been saving money. I think $25 should be enough for a puppy right now. Yeah, I don't know what's she never really discussed with me the price of what she wants you know, for our puppies. And we're obviously not doing the breeding thing, because that's a lot of work, man. I just Y'all, the world of Apple. Hi, how are you? Between taking care of her, taking care of him, and my little other one, I don't know where she's at, a little small one. I just don't have it in me to be, an OB/GYN trying to, get a litter together. I can't do it. Now, we thought about studying him out, because he's such a great dog, wonderful temperament, just a specimen of a dog. But I still just don't have the time, y'all. I'm barely just getting my YouTube station and going, and barely just getting these guys taken care of every day. So my yard needs to be mowed. That's about as much time I have for is taking care of my pups, mowing the yard. Here comes little Missy. What's up, little Missy? Come here, Missy. Come here, baby. Missy, come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. How do I stop my dog being protective? That's from Hunter Hornby. Sorry, Hornby. How do I stop my dog being protective? That's a good. I mean, I don't know what do you mean. What context are you talking about? Because, and don't forget, guys, I'm not a trainer, so I can tell you my experience, but I'm not a professional. It all depends on context. What is your dog trying to protect you from? Because part of their instinct is to protect. And my dogs, you have to be very careful when you have a big guy like this, and not try to protect you when you don't need it. And so you have to train them. A lot of times, when he barks a lot at the fence line, I'm always kind of, kind of doing the Caesar Milan thing where you take him out of that state. You give them a nice little nudge and tell them you don't want that. Give them negative reinforcement. And then when they stop barking, you give them positive. You're like, good job, good job. So, a lot of that also is how much are you exposing your dog to other people? I try my best to take him, usually one-on-one. I'll put a leash on him and we'll go to Lowe's, and socialize him with other people, just so that he knows that just because you see another human being doesn't mean you need to start barking or acting aggressive. Come here. Come here. So, and I'm not the best at that because my Rottweiler is not very well socialized, as well as I want her to. So, but it does take work. Woo. Almost. So very bad dog, like yo. NB, I don't follow you. But yeah, Hunter, you just, it all depends on context. And it does take time. It takes effort. That's why we kind of work on our dogs every day, because we try to get them to have the behavior that we want them to have. So yeah, Appraise is saying using the prong collars. Yeah, dude, I take long walks and busy area. Yeah, exactly. So Appraise is telling you about socializing your dog. Exposing them to the thing that you want them to be okay with, and teaching them how you want them to act when they're in that environment. And it takes time. It really takes time. Every day you're out there doing something with them. Every day you're trying to socialize your dog, training them the behavior that you want to have. So, and I will tell you, man, time is the enemy when it comes to raising dogs and training your dog properly. Time is the enemy. In my case, it is. I mean, I know there's some people that are retired that are probably watching or have watched my channel, and you probably have the time to just like take your dog out and basically train those behaviors that you're looking for and you need out of your dog. So Errol Turcan said, I have a Cane Corso. He's black. He's 16 months and 60 kilograms. I believe that's about, what is that, 130 pounds? Big boy. But his friend is a Shih Tzu. Shih Tzu made his character change. I'm sorry, but they are friends for 1 month. Interesting. They see Mama at the door. That's why they're acting this way, guys. So that's why they're all at the door looking for Mom. So Praise said, and please, if you have a big dog like a King Corso Rottie, don't use a vest and cheap leash, and don't be scared to apply pressure on the prong collar. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I praise. You're absolutely right, man. I think I think we used, you know, people like to put those harnesses on the dogs. Oh, there's mom. Mom's home. Yes. So yeah, you start. Woo, there they go. They're excited. But yeah, people want to put those harnesses on them, and it doesn't. And your dog, if you have a big dog like this, they will drag your butt down the street with those harnesses on. So, like Appraise was saying, use a prong collar if you're having trouble getting that message across. Like, I need you to either stop or slow down or whatever. So yeah, those prong collars can be helpful in the right situation. And I know there's probably some trainers listening, and they're like, "Well, this is how I use my prong collar," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. You just go ahead and you do your professional thing." But for me, when I use the prong collar, I'm trying to basically have some leverage with my massive dog, especially if I walk them both together. I need something to say, look, if I don't want you to go after that, squirrel or whatever, I need something to say, look, hey, you can't do that. They're circling around mom.
Well,
So,
just had a toy. Good evening.
oh, there's wifey's here.
Hi,
So,
you guys.
uh, ASAP says thinking about a Doberman. Okay, yeah, those
They're
are great.
beautiful. They are gorgeous. They just typically have more energy um, than the Rotties, typically. But just gorgeous, gorgeous dogs. Super, super intelligent. Um, I don't know. It's our family.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a lot of comments. So Errol said I can't separate the two, and he's talking about his dog with the Shih Tzu, I believe. Um, Ooh, man, you got some work on your hands. And the praise says, and if your dog doesn't stop, then just go to Storm and Rain's house and switch out one of those dogs
I
and act
said
like nothing happened.
it's just we won't notice,
We
but
won't
no,
notice.
we know their personalities. They've been with us. They're really great. They're ready for some water now.
So Ross says you are so lucky because if you have a big house and garden. I live in Istanbul, really, and I have a garden that is 80 square feet or 80 square.
Yeah,
Wow. Well,
it's we. I mean, this was strategic. So
yeah, no, we appreciate that, Errol.
thank you.
Errol, this didn't happen overnight. You know, my wife and we've been married for 24 years, going on 25 years, and we've worked a lot to try to afford, an acre of land and stuff like that, so that we could have, more space for the dogs. I don't want to have these big dogs and they run out of space, then they get destructive. If I have a big house with garden like yours, I could have so many kind of corsos. I love them. Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you.
The
You know,
weirdness is the one that appreciates it the most is our little dog.
yeah,
Our little dog loves. She doesn't like fences. So our little dog is the one that appreciates it the most. She wants to be able to explore, and she goes on these 20-minute field trips all over the yard. It's like the big dogs, we just know when it was small before, they just weren't able to really just get a good stride without injuring themselves.
yeah.
But
The land helps a lot. I mean, I think when they have the zoomies and they're like running 100 miles an hour around out here, and they make big circles around that way. It's great. It's great to see them exercise because they need to have some way to relieve some of that energy and tension and all that good stuff. So having a nice size area for them to run around and exercise is great. Um, ASAP says, ever been intimidated by your own dogs? I, I don't
their
know.
intelligence is very surprising. Like they will catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. Like not really intimidated, but just like you watch how they're thinking through their problem solving, and they'll stare, and they're just like, I mean, one thing about it is we love them, we know them, but they just stare, and they're like, I mean, if you didn't know them, you would be scared because they get that serious look on their face. And let me go take care of him.
Okay. Well, I will say this, ASAP. Come here, Stormy. Come here, baby. Stormy, come here. They're like, we're going with mom in the house. That's where we're going. They want to go inside. So, come here. I will say this. There's nothing like your Cane Corso, barking in the middle of the night. Just all of a sudden, just Man, it will kind of make you jump out of your skin a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
You weren't
So
expecting it?
I'm not intimidated, but it still makes me jump a little bit when that Connie Corso is inside the house and he goes woo real loud. It that kind of does a little bit something to me. Praise. Well, I'm with you. I have a crazy plan since I'm going to college to adopt a Connie Corso puppy, get him ESA certified, keep him in my dorm till I move out. Crazy plan for Connie Corso, but we'll see. Yeah, man, you're gonna have some work on your
They grow
hands
fast,
in a
y'all.
dorm. So Appraise is heading to college, and so he wants to get a
They're
Connie Corso.
just know that
A lot
like
of
they
walks.
a lot of walks, but a lot of training, but they grow so fast. Like you'll get them and they're less than 10 pounds, and
And
before
next thing
you
you
know,
know
a
it,
couple of weeks go and they're
100
double,
pounds.
triple size. Like
Yeah.
so, I mean, just be mindful of that. And as long as you exercise them well, they do really well inside the house. And even if the house is not that big, but you have to exercise them. And I mean, my thing about it is our little dog, she takes 6, 8 strides for their one.
Yep.
And so having the space makes it easier to have multiple dogs, because they have their own space to kind of do what they want to do a little bit and run and not really be in
Yeah.
stiff competition.
Hey, Errol. Nice to see you, Errol Millington. This is you're new to the channel. Welcome to the channel, Errol. Errol, thanks for sending their beautiful dogs. Appreciate you for coming and visiting us.
Good boy.
Errol Turkan. I'm 2 MTs meters tall. Can you imagine I walking with a little dog? Yes, I can. This shoe barks too much, then cane parcel. Errol, that happens a lot with our house, in our house too, where Missy starts barking, and the next thing you know it, Rain picks up and he starts to bark, and and we get like a little barking fest. Now this girl right here, she's older, she's 3 years old, so she kind of knows the drill. That when Missy starts her barking mess, it's not necessarily a threat, so she just kind of lays back, and that's actually kind of known for Rottweilers. They'll kind of wait and see before they start acting a fool sometimes.
They'll hamster.
So yeah, especially at midnight. ASAP, you give good explanation. I appreciate you. I hope you're. I don't know if you're talking about me or my wife, but maybe you're saying both of us. I praise. Yeah, honestly, wish it was under different situations. I used to work at a boarding kennel. Had three. Oh, okay. Worked with crazy dogs. Big. 203 pounds, so I definitely have a lot of work. Yeah, so praise. It sounds like you've got some experience, so you know what you're getting into. So, it sounds like it's a little bit of a, a little bit of experiment for you. Hey, no problem, Errol. Thank you for coming in and visiting us and talking with us. Kyra, how are you? You love doggies? Awesome. Thank you. I've got two big ones out here. I've got this Rottweiler here, and then this Connie Corso who keeps begging to go inside the house with mommy. Yeah. So Errol, that your Shih Tzu though, sometimes you can have a ringleader, and and you have to know like who's starting all the mess, and you have to focus on the one that's actually starting all the mess. So if your Shih Tzu is the one that's driving you crazy, barking, and then getting the Connie Corso or your other dogs, I'm sorry, you said you had a Doberman, you know, so you might have to work on the little dog and get her, where she's not barking. Actually, you know what? Caesar Milan has a lot of videos on how he. So if you just spend a little time watching, I don't know if you have access to watching Caesar Milan or not, but if you look him up, he's kind of famous here in America. But he has a little system where he does it, he until he gets the attention of the one that's, causing all the trouble. So I spend a little time, watching him, maybe picking up some techniques from him, and work on that Shih Tzu, so that your whole pack will be more calm in the way you want it to be. And so Appraise says my doors are more apartment style. Though so situation is better. School is a big park. Huh? Like, oh, so you got plenty of space around the school and the campus. Just needs to keep raw diet in check. Oh, raw diet. All right, Praise. I see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with college. Good luck with your dog. And we'll be around. Mike, Bill Mike says, nice balls. Oh, okay. Are you talking about my Connie Corso because he's a male. Following your videos always, bro. And I appreciate you, Arrow. Which city do you live? I will fly to USA soon. Well, I mean, we don't have people necessarily come over to the house, but we are in Texas, so we're in Central Texas, where it's hot as all get out, y'all. It's hot down here. August is the worst time, and that's why my dogs are just like it's 8 o'clock here, 8 p.m., and my dogs are still panting because it's still hot out here. So that's the way it is here in Texas. My Connie Corso is like, I'm gonna lay on this concrete where it's cool. My little one, she's already in the house. She's like, forget y'all, man. Y'all can have all this mess. But I mean, look at this. Listen to this guy pant. He's so hot. But we like it here, though. You know, it's Texas is wonderful in the winters, though. So these guys get to play and they get to be outside pretty much all winter long because we rarely get any ice and snow. We get like maybe one little freeze over, two freeze overs in January, but all of December, man. I mean, Christmas time, my dog's out here, playing like it's in the middle of summer. It's 4:20 where you are and going to sleep. Okay, thanks for hanging out with us, man, Aaron. Thanks for following us too, and we appreciate y'all, everybody, for your time and for checking us out and asking the questions. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, these guys, they love it. But yeah, this heat, I'm telling you guys, you have to make sure you have water available. We have water inside the house in two locations. We got water in two locations even outside. I don't recommend that my dogs drink water out of the pool, but in the emergency, they can get water out of the big pool. But we have water bowls out there for them. And then there's water bottles. So we keep water everywhere. Oh, Earl Millington says you're getting your first Connie Corso in September. What did you find the best way to train your dog, your Connie Corso? Earl, we've had her for, she's 3 years old, so for 3 years. So we've kind of been doing a lot of kind of watching videos and trying our best to learn how to train dogs with her. And a lot of that information we kind of transferred over to him because some of it's the same. I mean, I know the breeds are different, but a lot of times it's the same stuff. So whatever you kind of learn about one dog, you just kind of learn about them all. Now he has a different. Your approach is going to be slightly different because of how he is, but for the most part, it's the same stuff. I mean, for us, a lot of it's working on recall, which is terrible, by the way, because we have not done enough training lately. So if I call him now, he may not even come to me like I want him to without saying it 3 or 4 times. You should be able to say his name once. Well, he's taking a dump now, but you should be able to tell your dog one time, and they should be able to come when you ask them to. Even if there's some distractions around them, they should be able to follow the instructions. Maintaining boundaries is important. I've talked about this before. Your dogs need to understand who's alpha in the house. So, Earl, if this is your first time ever having a Connie Corso, I urge you, please, sir, please do not give your dog the impression that you are lower on the totem pole. Okay, I had a very large pity. Okay, so you're good. Okay, so Earl, you know what I'm saying, right? You follow what I'm saying. You need to make sure you maintain that alpha status in your home. If you do not do that, these dogs will sense that and they will take advantage of that and they will take the alpha spot and they will tell you what to do. And the last thing you need is your dog telling you, I'm not doing this, and you get off the couch and you know what I'm saying? You don't want that. Anyone who's listening and thinking about getting these dogs, I appreciate some of these people who have worked with dogs. They know what I'm talking about because they're animals. You know what I'm saying? I love my baby girl. This girl is almost like a human to me, but guess what? She's not a human. She's not. She's sweet. She loves me to pieces. I am her girl. She's there to protect me. She's right by me, by my bed. But guess what? She's still an animal. And animals will do what animals do. If you don't let her know that, listen, I'm alpha, you're not, then she will take advantage of that. So the reason why she is sweet to me is because we've made sure we communicated that to her. You know what I mean? I don't know how to say your name. Amyertan Karamamba? Hi, good streams. Can you read my name? Oh, see, yeah, I just please read my name. I tried. Amir Tankaramamba. Am I close? Did I get it? Did I get it? Yurten Karamamba. I'm maybe kind of close. Give me thumbs up if I said that right. Um, Artelia Owens said, "My guy, we are all animals. Aliens created all animals, including us humans." Dude, I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry I said dude, but I'm assuming your gender. But you're correct. I think we're all animals. However, and we do the same stuff to each other. We do. As human beings, do or tell me if I'm lying. Do we not, as like, if you're a boss or a leader at work, do you not let people know below you that I'm the boss? You don't just go fraternize with your people and joke around with people that are below you. There's a reason, right? Because you want to maintain that status so that when you come in and say, look, I need you to get this work done, they don't look at you and laugh at you like, ha ha ha. They actually start working. So, I mean, we do the same thing. It's not, they just have to communicate. You just have to speak their language. And since they can't negotiate with you in words, they negotiate you with behaviors. So behaviors meaning is subtle things, subtle things like when they're playing with a toy, for instance, like say they're really interested in this toy. Sometimes it's better to come in there and grab the toy from the middle. Don't act scared. Don't be like, oh, they're fighting. Oh, my fingers. Oh, I don't want to get bit. Look, you walk up there, assuming that you've built that relationship, and you take that toy from them. And you say, hey, look. And they need to be looking at you until you give it back to them. You're like, all right. Because as alpha, that's what they do, right? In the wild, they'll be like, they'll take something from people that are low ranking from this. But there are other examples, like whenever I let them out the door or let them come out the house, I walk out first. My family walks out first. Then you guys come out. Not in every scenario, but in a lot of cases, I'm like, look, respect is respect. I go through first. You don't barge through me and go outside when you want to. You don't run out the door whenever the door flies open. You sit still until I get there. And that's just more of that training them to let them know they have to follow your instructions. So, I mean, just basic things like that. I mean, like I said, I'm no dog trainer, but that's basic stuff, man. If you have any kind of dog, you have to know these things, particularly when you have something that's 115 pounds or 130 pounds. You have to have that understanding that these guys, I mean, because the truth be told, these guys can cause serious harm to you or your family if you don't know what you're doing. So I know a lot of people watch some of my funny videos or even some of the earlier videos where I kind of post them where they're kind of going at each other. And oh man, if y'all have seen some of my earlier videos, people have given me they put me through the ringer, man. They're like, oh, I can't believe you're letting your dogs do this and you fighting your dogs. And they're just going crazy. I'm like, okay, guys, chill. you don't know. You don't know how much I work on my dogs. Most of that is them playing around, but since they're bigger dogs, it just looks different. And some of it was probably unnecessary dominance or whatever. I admit that. But to some degree, they gotta find their own pecking order in their little system. They gotta know who's next in line. So a lot of that is just like, hey, I'm bigger than you. Like I said, my girl here, she is from the beginning. She was kind of more like I'm in charge because she was bigger than him. She would body check him all the time. She would be like, boom, hit him with her hips, and he'd fall over. So she took that top spot. But guess what? Connie Corso said, look, I'm 130 pounds and you're how big are you? 115? I got some weight on you. So he's kind of like, I don't, you can't body check me anymore because when you hit this brick wall comes back at you. And so she's thank goodness, she's kind of recognizing that and kind of submitting to that, which I am very thankful because I don't want them to continue to go. And I think somebody else made that comment on my one of my videos or somewhere. They made a comment saying that they'll keep doing that until one submits, and that's kind of what's happening now. Again, she's so well trained, and I don't mean like roll over, all, that kind of train, or speak or whatever. Not that kind of train. What I mean is she's so well trained for our family. Okay, she understands our system. When I walk in, you get up. I don't step over you. You know, you don't get close to me when I'm eating my food at the table. Like she has those things already in her. That's what I mean by well trained. She's so well trained. I don't mind her being alpha, because I want those behaviors to be yeah, good manners, I call them. Absolutely obedience. Yeah, I want those behaviors to be modeled by her, and I want him to, you can barely see him, it's getting dark out here, but I want him to follow suit because he's the youngest one. And so if he is going to take alpha spot, I need him to have the good behaviors. I need him to be the leader, and do good things. And my little one, she's very well trained as well. I have no problems out of her. She gets a little too excited with people that are walking by. She get a little too excited with distractions, but she's pretty good though. Um, Mehmet, how do you say your name? Mehmet said Jesus, or what do you mean? Are you talking about my Cane Corso? He got that dog in him. Uh, Plex Ariel. Oh man, I'm sorry if I'm messing your name up. He says he got that dog in him. I think you're talking about my Cane Corso. Yeah, he got that dog in him. That's kind of a bow wow wow yippee yo. Don't take me back, man. Is that what you mean by he got that dog in him? I got the dog in me. Anyway, you guys are wonderful. But yeah, so I hope that you guys kind of get that impression that when you have big dogs like that, it comes with a big responsibility. They're sweet and loving, and they can be sweet and loving if you make them that way. But it takes work, and I don't have it all figured out. I'll be honest with you. I still struggle because my big one over there, he's still trying to learn to be cordial to our immediate neighbors, even though we all have acre lots. It's still close enough on either side to whenever they're coming out, and we have open fencing, where not open where they can walk through it, but you can see through it. So I'm still working on them overreacting to our neighbors. Like, they're not breaking into our house, they're not stealing anything, they're just neighbors walking in their backyard. And so look at that trot. I love that. Look at that, so streamlined. Boom. Such a good dog. So I'm working on that, y'all. And even my Rottweiler, having guests at the house, she just is not the friendliest to new people. I mean, family that I've introduced to her over time, she does great. But brand new people, she thinks that it's her job to alert the entire city that somebody's in our house. She's like, I'm gonna tell the world somebody's in our house is not supposed to be here. So I do appreciate her enthusiasm. I do believe that if someone were to break in the house unarmed, my dogs would do a fantastic job of protecting the family. So I don't have any worries with that. But I'm trying to make sure that if I accept somebody into my home and that I've accepted them, that's no need to bark. So that's training, and that's what I'm working on even to this day. So, and that's the other take-home message I want to tell everybody is that these dogs require, you never stop training. You never get as good as she's been over these 3 years, as good as my little one been for 12 years. You still have to kind of keep training. You just have to keep reminding them, this is the behavior that I want. So, but I've had a lot of great questions tonight, so I appreciate y'all for coming on. And then if anything, another take-home message, if you have big dogs or you have questions, keep looking at videos, keep watching a lot of those professional trainers. If you want to watch me, that's cool, because I try to show what I know and what my dogs do, as an average guy, someone who can't be out here working with my dog 24/7. I let you know how I handle somebody who's working full-time, and still try to make sure that my dogs are safe and make sure they're not being a nuisance, but also having fun, all those things like that. If you have questions, please reach out to me. And a shameless plug, if you want to and you're bored, please check out some of our videos. We do a lot of funny stuff. We're not as good as some of those other like full-on comedians, But we do have some, I think, some funny videos out there. So give us a little bit of love if you want to. No pressure. I understand y'all busy. Y'all attention is wherever you need it to be. I appreciate for anything that y'all do. Thank y'all for visiting us. And I'm gonna go into wifey and I'm gonna put these guys to bed. So y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for visiting us. Storm, you wanna say goodbye? Rain, you wanna come say goodbye to everybody? Rain, you wanna say goodbye? Come say goodbye. So here's a bunch of slobber for you guys. That's a goodbye. Michael Taylor says, I have a black lab. Riley, he's a brilliant dog. He's a joy to have. Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, come back. I'm gonna try to come back on tomorrow morning, y'all. So come back on with more comments and stuff. Earl, it was nice talking with you. Good luck with everything. We'll be here, man. Just give us a shout out. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night too.